You live this life, I walk this road, and you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. Vow to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. Man, it's another good day. What's up, Fleece?
What's up, big brother?
How you doing?
Man, as usual.
I hope that's good.
Well, it is.
Man, I was wondering, man, because technology and electronics now, how does a guard communicate with, say, the guard that's in front of the cell house guard, communicate with the guys that controls the doors and all that stuff? How do they communicate?
Well, first of all, for exercise, you know, inmates get an hour's exercise on the walk. It's just a hallway. You walk up, you walk back for an hour. Then you go back in your cell.
Wait a minute. You get an hour of rec time, but you don't go outside?
No.
You don't get no fresh air or nothing. You just...
No, you get your hour on the walk. And, but listen, the guard will come through with a notepad to each cell. You want rack? You say, yeah. He'll check it. He'll check by your cell number. You want rack? You want rack? And then when he come back past you, he'll tear the page off, hand it to the cage operator. The cage operator operates all the doors in that cell house. So, and then the cage operator will stick the paper up there and punch it in under the numbers, and then click, 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 click. And then when the guard said open, boom. And only the doors on their list are open. That's how they communicate. And besides that, guards do have walkie-talkies.
Yeah, I know they have walkie-talkies, but this particular. Okay, so when you say, yeah, I want to get out, they check yes on there. They give it to the door operator, is that his name?
Yeah.
The cage operator. The cage operator. Okay. Y'all go out, you say yeah, and the guy that you been wanting to fight say yeah. Y'all both are in this hallway walking.
Right. And then we just turn and start fighting. And then the guard that is sitting at the end of the hall, he'll holler whatever walk is on, like if it's 12 left. He'll holler, fight on 12 left. And you can hear it, boom, 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 boom. Then all the guards will be running up the steps. The cage operator's job at that point is to hand out guns, and electric guns, tasers, and beanbag guns, and depending on the seriousness, and hand the guards billy clubs. So they getting ready to run on the walk to break his fight up, right? And if, they still fighting, he said, open the door. And the door opened. Now here they come running in with these billy clubs that is solid steel encased in wood. They not gonna say stop. They gonna be able to stop fighting while they running up on you, but when they get up on you, they swinging. And you think the guy you fighting nicked you up. When one of them clubs hit you, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm talking about it opens. I seen a guy get hit with it. It just ripped, it hit him right here and just opened everything. So that's why when I fought them guards, I knew how to fight them. And I done been hit with them clubs. One guard hit me in the back, but he didn't get a real good hit, but he hit me good enough, made me arch my back and say, ow, God. And here's the point.
How do the guards get together so quick? Do they have like a separate unit?
No. See, you got like in 3 cell house the whole. When you walk in, soon you walk in, they got a cage. They got a cage out. So the guards will bring you in handcuffed. So they'll open that cage and put you in there and lock that cage back. It's like a chicken wire. And then you'll turn around, they take the handcuffs off of you and the leg shackles. And you tell you to sit down. So now the people that works in the hold, the guards in the hold, they'll look at the guard, the yard guard that brought you over. They say, what he do? He'll tell them. It's okay. So barbershop man is what they call him. Old country, big nasty beard, always chewing tobacco, spitting. He'll say, he'll look at, he said, strip off. So now you gotta take off all your clothes. Hand him your shirt. He'll check it, throw it on the floor. Check it, throw it on the floor. I mean nasty, you know. Take off all your other stuff. Take your other ones off. You take them off. He'll shake them, go around the waist part, make sure you ain't got nothing in there. Throw them on the floor. Check your socks. In your shoes, take your insole out and stuff. Throw your shoes over and raise your hand up. Open your mouth, wiggle your tongue. Say all that old stuff, and squat. Spread your butt with your both hands, spread it open. He said, you know, if it ain't gonna wink at me, you'll be down there all day. And you gotta make your booty twinkle something, and then you say you good. Now, they say the purpose of that is people be trying to smuggle tobacco in the hole up in their butt. You know, and a lot of that is done in prison. A lot of money is made from it. You know, like if you want to make $1,000, you know, and somebody in the hole wants somebody to bring him some tobacco, you know, then you got the kinks, you got to put it up, you got to take a toilet paper roll, that hole in the roll, you stick plastic down in there, then you take the tobacco with a toothbrush and pack it in, wet it a little. You can pack a whole can of tobacco in when you bring it out, it'll be about that fat, about that long, right there, a whole can. And then they got it wrapped up, they grease it, stick it up in their butt. And go in the kitchen, look around and see somebody they want to stage a fight with. Run around and hit him, bam, cause how to fight, get him. And so then they go to the hole. But here's what usually happens. One guy that they told squat, he squatted. Then they go and holler, spread them cheeks and cough 3 times. He said, ain't no goddamn cough, he said cough. He said, that thing shot out of him. When he coughed, that thing came out of him and hit the ground, boom. It went like, and he was like, yeah, give it her. And them girls have gloves, they always put gloves on when you come in. So he reached down there and grabbed it. He said, you got another write-up. They said, look at this. Woo. They said, oh my God, he had that in his butt. Now all the inmates that hear about that, They say, hey man, did you hear what they came out of his butt? They said it was this thick and like it. You know, they said it was like that. It wasn't like that. It was this, that, like that. They said it was like that and that. And you know what?
He's a wanted man, huh?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Everybody want that booty, man. They want it. Damn, he get all that up in him. But that's how they get stuff in the hole. Now, the girls, after they, if you pass the test, they got an inmate after walking around the laundromat, which usually is me. I'll come and ask you, what's your size? And you say extra large, 36. So I go get you a t-shirt, extra large, laid out straight, extra large shirt, yellow, 36 pants. I would just get extra large, 36 in underwear. Just grab 36, put it down there, a pair of socks on a towel and roll it up and come down there and hand it to you. And then I hand it to the guard, he'll hand it to you, he'll make sure ain't nothing in it. You put it on, get dressed. Then barbershop man will pull you out, he nasty. He said, well, you know I gotta cut your hair. Anytime you go to the hole, you get your hair cut. So you lay out there with
Every time.
Every time.
So if you got dreads and all that
It's
braids.
coming off. It's coming off.
In Kentucky.
In Kentucky.
In Eddyville.
Eddyville. They just boom and have it all nicked up. And he don't do a good job. He be nicking stuff up, right?
On purpose.
Yeah, he nasty like that. And so I said to myself, you know what? I can't. People ask me, and here's what I can't understand about society in America. Like, you tell people you can't take the law in your own hands. You tell people that break the law that ignorance to the law is no excuse. You know, you claim, I didn't know that was a law and all that. They say ignorance to the law is no excuse. You can't take matters in your own hand. Nobody's above the law. You go to prison, they come out with the 1983 Civil Rights Act. If your rights is violated and you want to be redressed for the deprivation of your rights on the color law, state law, color law, whatever, file the 83. And bypass the state courts that show favoritism towards the state. Go straight to the federal. I've been through them channels. I done seen goals at the time that I wanted to do it the right way. Oh, here they go turn up my meal. Here they go taking all my civil...
The stuff you filing, they tore up?
Yeah, they tore up many times. But they claim it was due to me fighting them. In a lot of instances, I filed a lawsuit and they come in and say, we're going to strip your cell. And I said, well, you need to take my legal stuff and put it up. They said, no, we don't. And they just throw it off in the hallway. It's trash. So, I've been through that. Then you got these people in church. They gonna give you their advice on how to deal with stuff. Then you got the NAACP, all them people, people that represent black people. I contacted everybody, man. And it got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to fight these people. It's just like in the Western days, right here in America. When you turn your TV on, I don't care if it's gun smoke. Turn it on. Here's what you need to learn from watching a Western movie that apparently everybody forgot about, is the fact that they had the Constitution back in them days. That United States Constitution was in America in them days. We had the Constitution in the time they had slaves, but they didn't want to go by the Constitution. They didn't want to go by their own laws. Everybody want to be lawless. Take the law in your own hand. I make the rules. I make the laws. And this law applies to them, but not to us. I mean, we've been through that in this country. And now I'm in the penitentiary going through it. I'm seeing it firsthand. And I say to myself, you know what? Sometimes the best way to fight a lawless person is lawless. Be more lawless than him. And I said, I'm going to have to fight these people because the courts ain't going to help me. They can't help me when they turn up my stuff. The black people that represent blacks, their organization said, we can't help you because you ain't not fighting them. You'll make our case bad. I fought them. I didn't need the Muslims. I didn't need nobody else. By myself, I fought an organization full of racist, nasty, powerful people. And I live to tell about it. I won a victory.
Hey, Fleece, at one time you told me about Finy, a guy that he was an inmate, but he was powerful enough where he could get the information out to the free world for people. I guess they was investigating certain things going on in prison. It's something like what you was just talking about. They was turning up your paperwork, but this guy was able to get around that. Did you ever meet him?
Yeah, I met him. And here's the crazy part about it.
What was that case?
It's called Hutto. It's like Hutto versus Finy.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Arkansas case, landmark. Got a landmark decision from the Supreme Court of the United States in that case. What happened in that prison was it was an 8th Amendment violation, the whole prison. The food was bad, everything bad. Inmates was made to be guards and they was actually given weapons. And they was abusing their authority, they was killing each other, they was burning inmates inside the prison. They turned up the mill, it wasn't no religious freedom, it wasn't nothing. Bed bugs, everything was bad and nasty, and the food contained bacterials and violating Food Drug Administration policies, rules, and regulations. So they couldn't get no information to the free world.
To tell them about the violations and the
tell
treatment.
them about all what's going on. And this guy, Finy, was an instrument in getting that information to the world of what's going on in this prison. And what they did is they took the new warden that they gonna put in there, they smuggling them in as an inmate to see firsthand and confirm what Finy told them. And what that was, when that was confirmed, the National Guards came in, shut it down, right? And all of them got arrested and all that. It was huge. So I'm down here in Kentucky, years and years later, I done already read that case. As I searched cases to go with my case to present to the court. you know, to show them the violation. And I was having trouble. They turned up my mail and all this stuff. So they sent me from Eddyville to North Point Prison in Kentucky. And I'm in the hole. Cause they said they ain't gonna never put me on the yard. You know, I was too bad. So this tall guy, look like them tall Africans, Somalians. He was tall and his skin looked like leather, you know. And he looked at me, he told me who he was.
What'd he say?
He told me his name was Finy. He told me about that stuff that went on in Arkansas. And he told me how to file a civil rights action in 1983. And he told me the power of the suit, you know, and was the restraining order. I always put a TRO in there. And he explained a whole lot of little tips to me. And
what made him help you?
I still don't know. Somebody powerful up in the justice system. They got organizations and stuff we don't even hear about that news will come across their desk about some violations and stuff like this, uproar, and somewhere in the country, and they'll put their team on it. And that's the best I can go on it.
Well, I mean, you wasn't
It's
in
like
North Point at the time. You was in Eddyville.
Yeah.
So how did you get sent to North Point and then he happened to be there?
That's what I'm saying. It was unanswered things I can't answer. But for whatever the reason, I had...
Was you already communicating with the women in the Department of Justice at the time? For that big lawsuit, was you already in talks with them? I'm trying to figure out how y'all ended up.
I can't even, no.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how
that was already done.
I'm trying to figure out it just.
See.
How he's from Arkansas. They shut that prison down.
Right.
They sent him to Kentucky.
Right.
How did y'all end, you know, just by chance, how did y'all end up?
I don't even.
At a prison you wasn't even at, and he's from another state.
Yeah, I don't even, I can't answer it. There's things that was happening, and I continue to fight these people. Like I said, I'm fighting these people by myself, an organization. And make no mistake about it, I done caused an uproar, right? I'm their American #1 asshole.
Yeah, they called you the most violent inmate in Kentucky.
And so they trained the officers off of videos of me. And that's how they train them in training in the academy. So, only thing I can say to them is this, man. Your system don't work. And the way they was treating these inmates, man. And we got you start seeing the corruption slide back in the system, man. At one point, the courts are happy inmate. You know, if we in the right. But there came time when even the courts, knowing we was in the right, showed favoritism to the corrections.
Yeah, I just thought that was just a hell of a coincidence for you to be sent to that prison and run into Finy. Him knowing the rules and being already successful at getting the information out of the prison in Arkansas. I just thought it was weird, but it just shows God's, he was shining down on you at different times, helping you out. And I don't even know if you believed in God at that particular time. So, you know, he might have been helping somebody that didn't even believe in him, which shows the power of God. But
Yeah, you're right. Well, what was you gonna say?
I want to get into, and we talked about this briefly, the Warden saying that you calmed down because you got older. You told me in a private conversation, I won't talk about it all, but that what really calmed you down is when you started identifying that the gangsters wasn't really gangsters, and you felt like it was you was following somebody that wasn't real.
Yeah, like take for instance the simple movie Scarface. I mean, that's a Hollywood movie. Dude put on a good performance in her.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, he put a good performance on, and after the movie, everybody wanted to be like him. Now you got black people want to be like a Cuban. What he did up there in Florida, wherever they filmed it at, I know for a fact that his character and demeanor in my neighborhood where I growed up at, we would have slaughtered that dude, man. He wouldn't turn out to be nothing. And so you got people want to follow others. They don't have a clear path on their own path to follow. So they follow anybody. And what slowed me down is I used to be like that. I used to be the type of person, you could put cables on, man. You could tell me, hey, man, we got trouble. I'll be like, man, let's do it. I'm looking for it. And we go handle the business.
Why was you so easily enticed to go do violence?
I wanted to win acceptance with the people that I hung with.
Okay.
I looked up to. I looked up to gangsters and stuff. I looked at how people looked at gangsters, like not so much as bad, but bad in a good way, a good bad. In other words, it was good to be bad if you was a gangster. So when I went down that road, man, I don't normally try to be something that I don't go by the rules. If I'm gonna be a gangster, I'm gonna live by the rules. I'm not gonna violate the rules. I'm gonna be strict and I'm gonna live by them. I'm gonna be exactly a real gangster. If I was a pimp, I live by the pimp rules. You know, they got rules in the pimp game. Like, for instance, the first rule of the pimp game is every man should stand up with his fellow man against any bitch that put herself before a man unless the bitch is yours. That's the first rule of the pimp game. And they got 125 rules. And the Crips and Bloods got rules. Gangs got rules. The Army got rules. Everybody got rules. So I tell myself, whatever I engage myself into becoming, I want to be.
You was 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 100% by the rules of the game. If I'm live by the street rules, then I'm by the street rules. In other words, if you a rat, you dead. Don't even get around me.
So why not follow the rules of the law?
And so
to avoid all that.
That's what I'm getting to. The law to us was considered no different from any law we can make our own self, right? Men's trying to make laws for men. And the laws was went over by the people that can enforce them, that had a bigger army, the bigger hand. Whoever got the bigger hand, the best army, out of the best fighters, usually can enforce laws, rules, and regulations in a country. You know, so the gangsters always been outnumbered in that field because they can't go up against an Army, Navy, or Air Force. They don't have, they get wiped out. They know it. They can only go so far. But I'm like this. When I start seeing the people I looked up to as gangsters, the ones that I know are supposed to be following the rules, the code, breaking the rules, doing things that gangsters don't do, snitching, setting up their own kind, you know, doing just being weak, man. In prison, they take it up the butt. They fabricating. They join sides with our enemy, the police. You know, at the time when I started seeing all that, and then the people that I fought, I thought was gangsters, and when I get to beating them, they screaming like little girls. I mean, it was like, I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna live by nobody's rules. If I don't agree with it, I'm not gonna live by their rules, regulations, authority. I ain't gonna tell another man you got that authority over me. You know. I ride with everybody that I'm cool with. But all this wanting to be a gangster, I start realizing the best gangsters are the smart ones. You don't see them in jail. You don't see them on TV. You don't hear them in the news. They sit back and make money. They do business. They got people working for them. They got gambling places, liquor stores, booze. They own hotels. Hell, life is good now. If you get in, you threaten them in any way, make them feel threatened. Yeah, they'll wipe you out. Other than that, they don't bother people. You know, they don't run through the neighborhoods, shooting up the neighborhoods, running in these little nasty, little silly gangs. I mean, if you really think about it, we tried to establish something in prison one day on the Crips and Bloods, man. We had this guy out of Washington. He was a GD, a disciple. He tried to bring them together, man. And look, here's what y'all need to do, man. Y'all got talent. Put y'all talent together, man. You know, put your money together, man. Start opening businesses up, man. Stop trying to tear each other down. Grow. Grow into a network. Grow into a business. I mean, out of all the things you can be in life, who wants to be a Crip? I mean, what's my advantages? What's my benefits? What's my retirement? Does they got retirement, income, pensions, and all that? I don't want to live like that, man. I shut down everything, man. I said I'm going to respect everybody. Everybody going to respect me. I don't live by your rules. I talk to who I want to talk to. And man, don't talk to him. He's a rat. And when I used to live by the street code, yeah, I'd probably cut his throat. I don't live by their rules no more. I talk to who I want to talk to. Socialize who I want to help and socialize with. That's how I prefer to live my life free. Free of being told what to do. That's why I could never join the army. Because I tell you the truth. At a time like this, I want to say this right here. I want this not long ago, there was millions out of the army that wanted to touch in to our little broadcaster. And they was talking about the type of warrior I would have been had I joined the service. Yeah, I would have been a good one. I would have been a good one because I would have been concerned with my unit.
Yeah, it was Dane. What's up, Dane? Hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, Dane. I would be concerned with my unit. The people in my unit who I got their back, they got my back. We got orders saying we can ready to get shipped overseas. Now, I'll go. I'll obey that order. And like I said, my concern is my unit. Now, everybody that will be in my unit, I'll tell them straight up, bro. I hope this is peaceful over here. If it's not, we're going to fight. And we're going to fight. And we're going to win. And what I mean about that is, let's say we get shipped over, a fight, a war break out, and then all of a sudden the president say he want to call us back. See, I ain't with that. If you shoot one of us in this unit, if anybody not in my unit gets shot and killed, man, we owe it to him to fight this to the conclusion, bro. It ain't gonna be no to a peace treaty and all that. Man, I ain't with that. You just killed this dude in my unit, bro.
So you won't go till everybody's gone?
Man, yeah, until they wiped out.
Since you're talking about the military, how do you feel about a war breakout letting the inmates fight the other country?
It'll never happen. And the main problem you'll have with that is, like, picture this in your mind. You got so much ratting and stuff going on in prisons now. People getting locked up, thought all that stuff was a joke until they get locked up. And now they gonna be locked up all their life. If the warden was to open all the doors in the prison and say, look, we got 8 inmates that is 2 miles down the road. Anybody want to go out there and chase them, if you catch them, we're going to give you your freedom. You're going home. We're going to clear your record. Everybody in prison will run out of that, practically.
To go catch them.
To go catch them. And catch them.
Not be free. Not just run for freedom, but run and catch them.
Yeah, run and catch them to bring them back to the warden. See, that's what we facing. So, if you take all these inmates and put them in a war, say, look, man, we're going to let y'all fight in this war. We ain't got no reinforcements. If you want your freedom, fight for it. You're going to have a large portion of them fighting because, hey, this is, something they like to do. And then you're going to have a large portion of them that's going to turn on you. You're going to have to deal with them and the enemy. That type of shit. It ain't going to be they going to follow orders. Man, let me tell you something, man. I ain't seen so many backwards people in my life. I say, you know what? I'm sick of hearing about gangsters. I'm sick of hearing about thugs and gangs and all this. You got your own rules. You live by them. I ain't with your rules. I ain't living by your standards, according to your standards or nothing, man. I do what I want to do. Talk to who I want to talk to. Hey, Fleece, that guy's a wreck. Don't talk to him. All right, man, I'm getting ready to go buy him ice cream. You know, I don't live by nobody's, all that old stuff no more, man. That's why I don't care about people, how they talk. Because you know what I say about people? Talk is cheap, bro. It's cheap.